Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. This is AlexAuASMR. Thank you for joining me today. So in my last video, I tested the new microphones that I got, the Rode NT1, right here in front of me. And then at the end of that video, or near the end of that video, I hinted that there will be another surprise, and that surprise came in today, and now I'm making a video. So I don't know if you guys can tell by now, I got a new camera lens for my YouTube channel. In my last poll I did, a lot of you voted for the microphone over the camera, so I was going to upgrade the microphone, but then I thought, let's go all out. If we're gonna upgrade, let's upgrade both the microphone and the visual. So I did a lot of research, and by a lot of research I mean a lot of research, and I came to the conclusion of this lens, and I'm about to show you the box. I can't show you the lens itself because I'm filming this video with it right now. So here we go. I got the Sigma 18 to 35mm F1.8. And we're just gonna talk about it, and I don't know, it's unplanned, so I don't have anything planned. But I did a lot of research, and most people recommended this lens, especially for YouTube, or specifically for YouTube, because of the lower aperture. I think that's what it means. So when we were talking about apertures, I'm talking about the F1.8, I think. So the lower the number, the larger the aperture is. I think that's what it means, and basically means it can take in more light, so it would be better in a low light situation, or if you want to do the blurry background, which is called bokeh, which I did right now, if you can see the light right here. So if I use my other lens, which I have right here, this one is the Canon lens. It is the EFS 18 to 55mm. So actually, before I go anywhere, the reason sometimes this lens is out of focus is because I stopped the autofocus, mostly because the autofocus on the lens is kind of loud, especially when I'm trying to do an ASMR video, and it's really it's kind of like you hear like tick, 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 kind of that sound, because the camera inside is trying to focus, and when it's working its magic, the sounds come out, and I feel like the microphone will pick up that sound at this distance, so I just turned off the autofocus and left it at this range. So if I turn it back on, you might be able to hear it. But this is the lens, and I'm about to turn it back down. So I turn it off again. You can hear like the little sound. But this lens has an aperture of like 3.8, I think, and this one has 1.8, so it's better in low light situation, as well as doing the bokeh, the blurry background, and I'm really liking how it looks. The only downside is, like I said, the autofocus is a little bit loud, but if I film at a further distance, that wouldn't be such a problem. But obviously we're gonna have to test it out in the future. But yeah, I bought the Canon with like a starter kit, so this lens came with it, and I used it all these years, and it has a zoom, so this lens is not bad. It's just not what I was looking for, the blurry background, and this one, the Sigma lens, is much more sharp, and I'm just really liking how it looks. Also, I did a little bit of photography earlier to test it out, and honestly, the blurry background when I took a picture looks absolutely stunning, so I'm really enjoying it. This lens has a very good review on Amazon. I think around 4.8 or 4.7, around that range. It is a little bit pricey, but a lot of people say if you want to get a camera lens similar to this one is the best deal, because other ones would go up to like 1,000. So I'm getting the Sigma lens, and the quality is similar to those $1,000 lens. This one came out for a couple of years now. It's not a new lens, but it took the photography community by storm because of how good it is and how sharp it is. But I did read that there is some firmware problem with this, so you have to update the firmware on the lens. And honestly, right now, for my purpose, it doesn't seem to have any problem. So we're just gonna use that for now. And this camera lens came with a case right here. Inside, I totally forgot about this when I took out the lens because it was just in the bottom, but it also has a little like a shield. So when I put it onto the lens, it is supposed to protect it from sunlight. That's what my friend told me. I'm not an expert on this. I do my own research, and obviously my knowledge on this is limited, but it's supposed to protect the lens from strong sunlight because the sunlight can damage the mechanical part of the lens. But I'm filming indoors, so I don't think I'm gonna need this for now. So I've just left it in the bag. But I hope you guys are enjoying the new microphones. A lot of you seems to enjoy it, but like I said, I will be going back and forth with the different microphones. So the Blue Yeti, the 3DO, maybe the Zoom. But one thing, actually, the Duracell that I was using ran out of batteries, ran out of juice, so I opened this one, the one I stole from my parents, the Thunderbolt. You can't even zoom in. Well, let me know. I'll do this. The Thunderbolt. Anyway, come back out. There you go. I put this into the Zoom, and when I turned it on, it only had 2 bars, which is fine. I was like, okay, so it's not fully charged. But then after like 2 minutes, it went to 1 bar. And then after 2 minutes and like 5 minutes, my whole recorder shut off on its own. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? No wonder why its value pack is also valued within the battery, if you know what I mean. It's like, it's not full, and it's supposed to have 1.5V, whatever that means. And honestly, I feel like I got cheated. But then, thank goodness, I still have a couple of Duracell in my backpack, so I use those for filming right now, so that's good. Anyway, this video might it's not going to be as long as my last one, because I'm just telling you guys about this new camera lens, and I just wanted to show you the bag right here, and I also showed you the camera lens that I used to use. I don't know if I would continue using this one. I might just sell it, but I think it's good to have two lenses, but I don't know. Before, I didn't even know you can just buy the body and buy the camera lens separately, so I just bought whatever the guy gave me at Best Buy, which is the body plus the starter kit. So I got the lens, but then I did a little research, and honestly, the visual, I'm really loving it. I'm still working on the lighting. I don't have any professional lighting. I only have an LED lamp pointed at the walls, so the walls will reflect the light back into my face, and that's my only light source besides the background. But the bokeh looks really good, and let me show you something. If I stand back, the bokeh is not as obvious, but then if I move closer, you can see it gets more blurry, which is kind of cool. Right there. So, but I've turned it off for now because of the loud clicking sounds the camera lens makes. So, honestly, I just had this lens for like 10 hours, but I'm really loving it. But I can't give you an honest review on what I think, because obviously I haven't tried everything with, I'm stuttering. I haven't tried everything with the lens yet, but as far as I can tell, I'm really loving the quality, the sharpness, and overall, it's just a good lens. It's extremely heavy though. I think it's like at least 2 pounds. And just imagine this lens, but double the length and double the weight. So as of now, I think it is a good investment, but I really do need a better recording area to get the most out of it. But I think it looks okay. My hair is still a mess. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think. This is going to be a shorter video. I don't want to keep rambling on and repeating myself. I honestly might need to get new lights, but the room I'm filming in is just not big enough to film at a distance. So just put into perspective, I am about a foot away from the camera, and this is about 2 feet from me. So if you want the really good bokeh, the blurry background, you have to be away from the background, more distance, so it gives you that depth of field. But I'm no camera expert. I just do a lot of research on YouTube, and I googled a lot of questions, and most of the time it helps. Sometimes it gets too technical, and yeah, I'm not really good with that. But yeah, I'm gonna miss using this lens. It's a good lens, but it just doesn't give you that blurry background. But from what I learned through my research, I tried filming on 24 FPS, which is the one I did last time with the mic test. But the problem with that is the video looks a little stuttery, a little jerky. So I went back to 60 FPS, which is the usual frame I film my videos in. But then the shutter speed, I think, has to be double. And then the aperture for the blurry background, you have to turn it as low as possible. In this case, it is 1.8. Sometimes it goes down to like 1.4, but I think 1.8 is already sufficed for my purpose. And then the ISO, I put it on auto. I tried to turn it down lower than what the auto puts it at, but then it looks a little too dark, so I'm gonna have to work on the lighting issue, and I don't know, it's gonna be a learning experience for me, and I hope each time I make a video I will improve a little bit here and there. But as of now, I'm quite satisfied with my purchase, and thank you Amazon for the extremely fast shipping and handling all of that, I mean, it took around a week and a half for me to place the order and get the item during this virus problem, so I'm happy. Well, anyway, thank you for watching today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, and let me know what you think of the microphone and the camera, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.